Got some After Effects smoke going on. Trying to be all ominous. You know, it's funny. Rena-chan, Kira Buckland, did voice a lot of these, but I actually just, I kind of just didn't end up using them. I can't really remember what the reason was, because I'm sure they were fine. Maybe I liked it when it was just the text or something like that, but either way. So we got all these crazy effects. I was having fun with After Effects, obviously, when I made this. Ah, I forgot I did all this stuff, actually. Oh, now we have a 2D looking scene. I mean, it was all layered in 3D. With some little wispy creatures, whatever they were supposed to be. Oh, and there's a nice split in the vortex you can see right there. These were all going to be the definitive re-releases of all of my stuff. A studio's voice cast. Like there was ever an established thing. It was just who I had at the time. I kind of like the effects on the Death Mountain ring. And that mountain was actually a mountain I lived close to back when the whole WHOOKOS thing was an actual thing. This was me trying to remake the opening for Ocarina of Time. And I did this whole logo in 3D. You know, it's really funny, this wasn't even the finished one. You can find images online where the Hylian crest in the background is a little more... It's less jagged and stiff. Bunch of 3D trees made into PNGs for that shot. You can see the border around the leaves. The music in the background is just something I did in GarageBand. It fired off like a gun.
Crap!
That line delivery. And that hat. Just over everything. Saraya. Saria. Saria. I'm gonna make sure that doesn't happen in the remake. The way everyone pronounces each other's names. That needs to be consistent. I mean, some of this I thought looked pretty good, but a lot of it still looked pretty stiff. It didn't really advance from what I was doing, like with AE Chronics. AE Chronics was a pretty good example of that stuff.
I think she's gone.
Oh.
Good. You're getting
Are you trying to kill him? Jeez.
You better start walking back. Dick should have already saved us at the food court. You know how crowded it gets.
She didn't say seats. She said saved us at the food court. I did not fix that.
You need to have a great love for the forest, have your own guardian fairy, get summoned by the great Dooku tree. There's a
The Great Dooku Tree. All these environments, I'll stop right here. All of these environments were done in 3D. I mean, I was talking about that earlier, 2D, 3D, After Effects. I was messing with a lot of stuff at the time.
What? Oh man, we're never gonna find a seat now.
There!
There's plenty of places to sit. Oh.
1, 2,
Mido doing some fucking Goomdo.
4.
Or Kendo. It is more Kendo. In Goomdo you actually tap your back before every swing. Not when you're fighting or sparring, it's a little less practical. So after that, let's move on to the first WHOOKOS short. Oh, hang on. Oh, there's like no shadows going on here. Like zero. I mean, it looks like there's a little bit, like it gets darker under here and stuff, but I don't know, maybe they were just set to way too soft. And Scoot's legs disappeared. Oh, hang on. I see that cheeseburger.
Alright. Let's see what the fuss is about.
Listening for dubstep. Actually, that is some pretty crappy dubstep.
I want no part of any of that.
Wow, thank you, Google Street View. That wasn't obvious at all. That's a pretty massive zit, actually. Jeez. Ugh. Like retained its shape. Regained its shape. Whatever. Ha ha ha. Wow, look at that attempt at a WHOOKOS logo. You got some random shapes and some, I'm assuming, bottles of happy juice and a shinai on both sides. Babe's sleeping. Okay.
Oh, my eyes! Ah, my eyes! Ah! Yeah! Ah! Screaming makes it funny! I agree!
It doesn't. Bunch of custom music in this one. Actually, it's all custom music in this one. Oh, I was pretty happy with this opening. Again, another long opening. But this was going to be... It was going to be quite a departure from the first version of WHOOKOS. As evident in, like, you know, the weird findings and happenings and fightings in the WHOOKOS 2 remake. I don't know. I wasn't entirely sure what I was going for, and that's exactly why I'm rebooting everything, because I actually have a concrete understanding of where I want these series to go. There's that same house model, except it's got some decent lighting. You have actual lighting. It actually looks like the lighting is, you know, appropriate. Even though everything kind of looks smeary now. I was going for like an anime, almost, you know, hand-drawn look, but... So we got their weird custom devices.
Swift?
Just wanted to test the new call function on the gear.
Ugh, that artwork.
Well, Swift just sleep called me.
Again?
Yeah. Well, this time with the gear.
Excellent. Glad these things are getting used. I'm sending...
Okay, so we're trying to establish that these things are, you know, a part of his technological advancements. He's trying to make something new. Now, the series took place in, like, it's set in 2004.
Time are we?
So,
Gotta go. Joe's calling.
I guess that's a big reason these would be useful. There's no smartphones or smart devices yet. In the remake, they're going to have an actual, you know... The remake's going to take place in modern time, so actually having these will have a purpose.
Well, there goes my $50.
You bought it 50.
Look at how smeary the environments are.
It just seems like a fair question.
Like when you get another, when you can see the fences again, you can
I
just,
just need Swift.
you can see it.
What you guys doing?
It wasn't cheap either.
$50.
That's just retarded.
Uh-oh, uh-oh. You said the R word.
You think you'd be the first one here?
You're gonna get canceled.
We fetch the Swift. It's more fun this way. Let's see.
You can see a bunch of smeary Happy Juice cans. A big reason I did these 3D backgrounds was so I could, like, it made, like, right here, that's a good example right there. You could just switch the lighting, you know, between, because the lighting was actually set in 3D space.
He's actually doing really good.
I'll wake him up.
I was doing a blind speed run before it was mainstream. Well, it's not really mainstream. It's one of the hardest kind of speed runs you can do.
I didn't get a chance to say anything.
Hey, look, there's those subtitles I never removed.
What's infrared?
All right.
How do you not know what infrared is?
Swift's a beast. Aw, I want to see.
I'm recording it, Swift.
Oh, that angle.
What? That's not normal? Not at all. These cameras shouldn't be able to detect heat from that far away.
Shall we check it out?
Hell yeah, we're gonna check it out.
Something similar is going to happen in the reboot, but, I mean, there was very little, you know, build up to anything going on. It's like, what is going on? It's just kind of like, these are just events. Just random events.
Are you serious?
That would have been funnier if we actually had to see him getting dragged along, I guess. I don't know. That's quite a face. You can actually see where his eyelid is, like, clipping.
Wow.
It almost matched your mouth. And there's no distance haze on those mountains, so they looked unnaturally close. Like, this will all happen, but it's not going to happen in episode 1 of the reboot.
Anyone else knows about this place?
Very doubtful. This place isn't exactly hidden.
Thank you,
Right now,
Google.
we're facing the entire district, and the sign.
Are you people blind? Look at the size of this thing!
Like, that is an accurate view of the whole valley.
Then I say we
Utah
take this
Valley,
place.
or whatever that it is. Provo, Utah.
Study this phenomenon further.
That's on Mount Baldy, part of Mount Timpanogos. Oh yeah, cold pizza.
It's from home.
Yeah, cold cheeseburger.
Who cares? We found it. That means it's ours.
It's like this would have already been claimed as a state park.
It's a pretty ugly tree.
So cool. What a badass place to let loose. I call it the Exploding Blitz.
Nice technique.
Holy shit.
That wasn't a normal explosion.
Really?
It just keeps getting more and more interesting.
Wow, close-ups. Oh my god. And then friggin' stock footage
Could be fun.
over more smeary Google Earth images. I never got to use this song. I even asked a guy if he was, like, interested in remastering a song that I made, and that's what this is. Maybe I'll get a chance to use it in the remake, if that's even still gonna be the main theme, you know? Yeah, I guess that's a first world problem. You know, a lot of countries don't even have toilet paper. Oh. So I still use this song, despite it not being, you know, Zelda or royalty-free. These backgrounds look a little better. I was less heavy on the smeary effects and stuff. Oh, that gliding animation, though.
Saria, the insides of oranges are shaped like kidneys.
Random XD humor again.
Probably another battle of the dead these days. Not this time. Mido picked this fight.
Yeah.
Wouldn't Mido always be the one picking the fights? Like, why would Link pick a fight?
Taking bets. Are you in?
Not me. I have a good feeling about this one.
Well, then why don't you bet?
You know, I'm surprised you're even standing here.
I was pretty happy with this fight, even if it was short. Yeah, picking up pots and throwing them. Yeah, physically possible. That version's inferior. His hair was flowing in the original. Well, not flowing, but it was moving. And then he has his little flashback.
I looked away. Do it again.
I don't think I'm gonna have him helicopter for nearly this long in the reboot. Because it was just a desperate attempt to make it go along with the music toward the end. But I could have made this more, you know, organically fit.
What the fuck?
We'll go short, buzzkill. Huh. I predicted Breath of the Wild. And we have the most empty city in the universe. Not a car or pedestrian in sight. Frisbee got up there, and I guess... Anyway. Alright, so this next one. This one was for... It's actually part of a... What I consider to be, regardless of quality, it is the largest fan Zelda animated series on the internet. I call it the Zelda Linked Green Collection. You have Legend of Zelda Hero Returns, you have Legend of Zelda Kulo Eclipso, and then you have Legend of Zelda 7 Dark Sorcerers, which is why this one's labeled Zelda SDS UO, 7 Dark Sorcerers, Unknown Origins. And there's a point in the series where every Link and Zelda from every timeline go in a giant fucking battle against a whole bunch of other bad guys from across, multiple timelines and dimensions and this and that. And this was just he asked if he could use Zelda UO characters, and he asked if I would animate this, and I said sure, why not? It's pretty short. It's to One Punch Man music, so that's kind of cool. But anyway, they just start walking on. This background I actually did in Unity. Fighting that big thing from Skyward. He's got the Master Sword already. Jeez. Just over-the-powered anime shit. Ha! Vertical spin attack. I may use that more often. Like, doesn't do like a front flippy spin attack. It's always, horizontal. But yeah, Legend of Zelda 7 Dark Sorcerers. That's what that was from. You can search it yourself and whatnot. His website is Zelda Linked Green, I believe. If you Google it, I'm sure you can find it. So I'm going to do this real quick, because this is the last of any remakes, or whatever you want to call these. This was the last animation I posted for like 4, almost 5 years before I started posting again. So they're going to investigate the explosion.
Man, this sucks. We've hit every police barricade in this city.
Finally, the characters look unique. They have altered or different, proportions, mostly in their faces.
Whoa, these things have maps too?
Hang on a second. I gotta look at that again. You have 2 full keyboards on both sides of this thing. Is that not enough? Like, what was the logic behind that?
Phoebe's got a satellite.
Someday.
I doubt he does, which is a great question. How does he have that shit going on? So there's a wall here. Yeah.
Why is there a wall here? Want to call it a day?
I mean, I wouldn't have been
I have an idea.
upset if the rest of the series just kind of looked like this, but you guys know me.
Follow me, quick!
Okay, so we saw some guys running.
All right, Phoebe got a lead. Ooh, I hope it's like Miz.
Hey, what gives?
Be funny if he flipped him off right there. I don't know why that just popped in my head.
Yep, I saw them too.
Yeah, because I'm the semi-main character. Scoot'll be less of a Mary Sue in the remake. If anything, Mike, more of myself goes into Kyo in the reboot than... I said remake a second ago. Well, whatever. Yeah, so he's following footprints. And then super realistic ground. I think this is the best the environments looked. I don't even remember what I did to make them look this way, but, they kind of worked.
Oh, that's a good idea.
I mean, they definitely still stand out from the environments, but
We can spy without getting caught.
at least they weren't all smeary, like in the UO remakes. Completely custom building. I'm actually pretty proud of that one. Like, this is a really bad idea. You don't know who these people are, if they have guns. Like, what if they had guns? That's not an unrealistic situation in the United States.
Find something, Swift?
His ass was, like, still there behind Rat's head. Yeah, fart jokes.
Come on, Swift, get it together.
Oh, that's still pretty dangerous. Not a great weapon. Have you ever tried swinging one of those things? They're way too top-heavy. They're nothing but top-heavy.
Really have nowhere to hide. Hey,
It's a pretty good insult. He just threw his shoe. Oh, anime fight. I think this was animated at 24 frames per second. You are lucky they didn't hit you. Yeah, I wouldn't have been unhappy if the whole series ended up looking like this. Ooh, a new challenger has approached. And she's got a heat signature like Swift. Wow, a woman. Finally. It's like the first one we've seen in this entire... I mean, it's only 2 episodes, but still. Flying knee. Yeah, she just like jumped like 15 feet toward you. And then she jumped like 20 feet in the air. All of this is going to happen in the remake. Reboot. Sorry, guys. I try to, you know, separate the remakes from the reboots. The reboots are what I'm currently working on. These are the remakes. Oh, someone got a hit on her. Takes all 4 of them to beat her.
What about these guys?
They're not going anywhere.
I just want to go home and play video games.
Yeah, let's not investigate further. Not remotely curious. Hey, it's Scotty. If you like what you saw, please like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell, blah-de-blah. If you really like what you saw and would like to support my work, I have a Patreon, which offers multiple reward tiers like exclusive artwork, work-in-progress updates, private Discord access, the ability to watch uncut creator commentaries, plus you can join these awesome people at the end of my videos. And if monthly support isn't your thing, I'm always taking art commissions. Links to everything are in the description. Also in the pinned comment below. Thanks and take it easy.